Welcome back, Region 11 Football Media Day here on The Rush. We got Mountain Crest in the house with Coach Visser and a few of his star players. Thanks for being here, guys. Coach, we'll start with you. If you'll just give us a state of the union of the program right now, a week away from opening night, and maybe a highlight of this off season for the Mustangs.
Yeah, well, thanks for having us, Andy.
Yeah.
It's been a great off season. This is a good group of guys that have worked very hard for the last 4 years, to be honest, this group of seniors. We replaced a lot. We only have two returning starters on offense, two on defense. We had a very good team last year, a very good batch of seniors that we said bye to. So it's been a challenge to tell these guys, hey, we need a lot of guys to step up and to meet that challenge. And I think they've done a very good job. We're excited to show it here in a week.
Let's start with kind of the coaching staff coach. Can you give
Yep.
us an idea of offensive philosophy? You had one of the top offenses in the state last year. Can you just give us an idea of what you like to do as a play
I think every offense coordinator says this. We try to get the playmakers the ball in creative ways so they can do stuff with it. Every year it changes a little bit, depending on our strengths of what our group is good at. And it's kind of a spread philosophy and a lot of our stuff, but we'll go, 10 personnel empty to the next play, 13 personnel with three tight ends. Like we do what we need to do to move the ball and try to be creative to get the playmakers the ball.
Okay, great. And then the defensive side with Preston Schaub. Can you tell me a little bit about what he's like as a coach, personality, and then his style as well?
Yeah, Preston Schwab, he's great. He's been our DC. This will be now his third year. Uh, Again, very same mindset as the offense. Our defense is a 3-3 stack, kind of a look, but we're very multiple. We can adjust to whatever offenses are doing. And again, we just try to get our kids to play fast. We're pretty aggressive. We like to obviously try to get after the ball, put pressure on the offense, and key in on whatever their best scheme is or player. Try and take that away. And yeah, Preston does a great job. Our D staff, we're very well prepared every week on defense.
And then can you just I'm going to try to ask this in a way that doesn't make it a super dumb question, but can you describe Region 11 a little bit for us, Coach? I know there's a lot of parity, and in Cache Valley there's a lot of good teams, but what is your sense, having coached in a couple different spots, what is your opinion of the region when people ask you about it?
No, not to be cliche, but it's kind of the SEC or Big Ten of 4A. There are three or four teams every year that are right there at the top. I think we've been representing the state championship or state championship, winner, ever since I've gotten here.
Yeah.
And, this year is going to be no different. We have some very good teams at the top, and it's very, very competitive. You have to bring it every week. It's very well coached, really good coaches in this region, and a lot of very good players. Obviously, here in Cache Valley, football, they take it very serious. The kids are very dedicated. And then, obviously, with the addition of Stansbury and the Tooele County, them as well, they're very competitive and take football very serious there.
Okay, excellent. Thank you, Coach. Let's talk a little bit with these players. How did tell me about Brady's journey to getting the call to be the starting quarterback this year and kind of his development and how you made that decision.
Well, development's the key word there, Andy. Brady was 5'6", 110 pounds or something when I first met him. And it's just awesome to see how kids develop and grow. And he's literally one of our strongest kids now on the team. And he was such a good athlete last year. We had to get him on the field, even if it wasn't at quarterback.
Yeah.
So we played wideout for us last year in safety and did a great job playing it two-way. And I think it's really helped him develop him more as a quarterback. Now he's got to see what it feels like to be on the other side of catching the ball and trying to defend the quarterback. So, that was the role he needed to play last year. Now he's back to quarterback, what he played the previous couple of years. He's a very smart kid. He's got a great arm, and obviously he's very athletic. So we can do a lot of things with him, a lot like we did last year with our quarterback.
Okay, excellent. Brady, tell me a little bit about some playmakers at receiver this year that you'll be throwing to. your experience with 7-on-7s and stuff like that this offseason?
Yeah, no, we got a really good wide receiver core this year. I feel like out of all five, six rotating, they're all able to create space and get the ball. We obviously have Kale, who's been starting for 2 years, and he's obviously our biggest guy out there. He's a big guy threat, and he's always able to go get the ball and make the catch. But other than that, we got more smaller, quick guys who are very good in space, like Mason Bradford, Tanner Harris, Noah Carden. They all are rotating around, and Brock Hunter too. But yeah, no, they make my job very easy, and they're always creating space, making it easy for me.
What was your favorite play you made in the sevens season this year? Key situation, red zone, you got the call from coach and you guys executed. Does one pop to mind that you made and kind of what happened?
I wouldn't say a specific play, but I have we have a play where we have our slot receiver do a deep post corner, and it's just my favorite play to throw. I love it. It's always just butter. It's always open.
And is that Kale?
It's to our slot receiver, Mason Bradford.
Okay. Not to give too much, it sounds like I'm delving into your bread and butter playbook here, coach. I can cut this out if you want me to.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So Brady, stop giving away plays.
Okay, excellent. All right, Brady, will you tell us about your buddy Tate Page, who's sitting next to you, who's been in the weight room a little bit this offseason, it looks like. What do you admire about his game as a football player?
Yeah, Tate Page he's a great running back. He's very patient. He sees the field very well, and he it's hard to get him down. He's very elusive as a running back, and he sees cutback lanes, and he's always spinning, keeping his feet moving. He's very hard to get down, but ultimately, just his patience and vision, he's always hitting the hole when he needs to be hit.
What's that running back position been like in your handful of years as the head coach? Coach, can you tell me a little bit about kind of year to year what you expect from the running backs, and then this year what you're expecting from Tate?
I mean, we really expect next man up. Every year we've had a new senior, honestly, rise up and take it and get 1,000 yards. My first year, we kind of had two guys. We were more of a dual threat, true two running backs. Ever since then, we've kind of had one guy really take it. Dax Benson got over 1,000 yards. Preston Arabelle 1,000 yards. Carter Egbert last year. This year we do have a stable of running backs. Tate will start, but he's playing both ways, and that does take a toll.
Yeah.
And so he'll 100% get some breathers here and there, but I know he wants the ball and wants more and more carries. We'll just see how it goes game by game, but it's really the standard's the standard in that position. We expect this group of seniors to step up and carry the ball very well for us this year.
Okay, awesome. Tate, it sounds like you may have a younger offensive line as far as varsity starting experience, at least. What is that offensive line looking like at this point? And they're kind of getting ready for week one. And maybe give us a name or two of a couple of guys.
Yeah, we have one returning starter, Austin Bostock, who's like phenomenal, really good guard, moves people amazing. And we got this new center who's actually a freshman, and he's been outstanding and like making holes for me is what I've noticed. And other guys have played JV in years previous, and occasionally I'll get bumped down to JV to get some running back reps, especially my sophomore year. And these dudes were blocking for me, and I
Okay.
loved them blocking for me. I'd get like 100 yards a game with these dudes blocking, so I don't expect anything different.
Okay, excellent. And then I was going to ask you about an aspect of your game you've really been focusing on going into your senior year, either on the offensive side or playing linebacker.
I think offensive wise, I've played more defense. Like I played 2 years of defense as linebacker, safety. This year, I've been really focusing on offense and show what I can do as a receiver.
Okay, love it. Excellent. That's Tate Page, everybody, running back and middle linebacker for Mountain Crest. Who's the guy that when you're coming down in the what am I trying to say in the tunnel in like an Oklahoma drill, who you're like, oh, this guy's going to give me a little pop here. Who can hit a little bit on this roster besides you, Tate?
I mean, he's one of our smaller dudes, but Nate Wells, he's like 6'3", probably 175, but that dude can lay some wood.
And
That dude,
what position does he play?
he plays linebacker and running back as well with me.
Oh, nice. Okay. Excellent. Um, all right, let's go back to coach to tell us about Kale Olson, star wide receiver.
Yeah, Kale's a 2-year starter. This will be his third year. You never expect a sophomore to start, but my philosophy is if you're good enough, you're old enough, and Kale was good enough as a sophomore. So he's gotten a lot of experience. Obviously, he's a returning All-State player. So we're obviously going to lean on him a lot this year in the passing game and expect him to elevate even more this year. And we're excited for him to have a great senior year. If he has the year he's capable of, he'll leave Mountain Crest as basically the career leader in almost every category receiving.
Wow. Okay, excellent. Kale, what aspect of your game as a receiver do you take the most pride in? For some guys, it's the route running. Other guys, it's going up and getting 50-50 balls. It's probably a combination of a lot of things for you, but if you could pick one thing that like this is something I really take pride in, even if it's a small thing, what would you say that is?
So probably the one thing I take the most pride in is kind of finding the space in the windows of the defense. I feel like that's my best aspect of me. I'm really good with my vision. And another one is I love going getting the 50-50 balls. Those are my favorite. I'm not going to lie.
Awesome. And remind me, did the previous quarterback start for a couple years, coach, or have you had?
So Braden Larson was our starter the last 2 years, but Braden broke his collarbone his junior year. So Brady Muir here actually does have a few games at quarterback his sophomore year.
Okay.
So he's got some experience coming back.
Okay, gotcha. Kale, I guess I was just going to ask you about developing kind of that chemistry that you need with your quarterback, and what's that been like with Brady this offseason specifically, I guess.
But me and Brady have been playing football for a long time, like little league. So we've been best friends for a long time. So it's been pretty easy, but we usually waking up early before weights, throwing, getting down our chemistry. It's been a process, but we're getting there. So yeah.
Excellent. Um, who's the toughest guy on this roster to beat in a 40-yard dash this year, Kale?
I would say Brock Hunter.
And what position does he play?
He plays like slot safety.
Okay. Excellent. And then Tate, who's the toughest guy on this roster to out squat in the weight room for you?
I mean, it's like another book, but Brock Hunter, dude, that man can
Really?
lose some weight. Yep.
Dang. Good for Brock. Who puts the most effort into looking good in their uniform on Friday nights? Brady, you want to answer that one?
Yeah, we'll go with Mason Bradford. He's quite the character. He's always thinking ahead. He wants to look good on Friday nights, but yeah, he's quite the character.
Okay, excellent. Love that one. And then who's a guy, coach, who's not one of these three? Because I'm sure they all are, but who's like a really cerebral kid, understands the game when he's out there, has really good awareness that you're like, oh, if this kid's out there and somebody's confused, I can count on him to kind of help out.
This year it's actually been awesome. I think we got a lot of coaches that are out on the field and can help correct guys. It's a pretty smart group. I've been really impressed with Tegan Ford on defense. He's a newer player. Last year was his first year playing. He's picked up the defense very well, and he's been very vocal on the back end to help guys out. And we're very new on defense. We're replacing almost all of our starters on the back end, and he's done a great job. I've been very impressed with his football IQ.
Excellent. Tate, I was going to ask you of a guy, and maybe he's already been alluded to by somebody else, but maybe a young guy who didn't play a lot last year, who's put in the work, and you could see making a big impact this season for you guys. Somebody you've been impressed with their development.
I mean, yeah, some sleepers is defensively Tegan Ford. He often gets hurt, and this year he's been more healthy. So it's been a huge jump from him in the weight room, like speed-wise, like one of our quicker guys, one of our stronger guys. So he'll pack a good punch at safety. And then our center, the freshman, PJ is what we call him, Parker. He's been super, super good. And I expect him to go far, far because he's already big, super strong, one of our strongest guys as a freshman. and I'm excited to see what he has to do.
Whoa, Coach, tell me a little bit more about a ninth grader who's already ready to play varsity ball.
Again, if you're good enough, you're old enough. He's good enough. He's some kids, I guess, hit the puberty a little early. He's ready to play. He's ready to play varsity ball.
That is great. Excellent, guys. Well, I'll get you out on this, I guess, if you'll just tell me about your excitement for week one and the challenge and what you're looking forward to there.
Yeah, we got Deer Creek. It's obviously a new school up in the Heber Valley. Obviously, we don't know a lot about them. There's going to be a lot of unknowns going into the game, but I know it's their first game, their inaugural game as a school, and their first game obviously at home, so they're going to be very excited. And we're going to approach it like every other game where we got to go 1-0 and just worry about ourselves. There's always a lot of mistakes in week one, so we're going to really try and capitalize on theirs and minimize ours. And we're just excited to play ball. It's been a great summer. It always goes by so fast, and we're excited to get going.
Excellent. Coach Visser and the Mountain Crest Mustangs, thank you guys so much for your time. We'll be following you all year. Hopefully we can get you on again after a big win this season. Go Mustangs, and we'll see you out there on Friday nights. Appreciate you guys.
Thanks,
Thank
Andy.
you.
Quick break, back with more Media Day right after this.